Hello friends, this is your very own CMA/CS Pankaj sir, and I welcome you all to the Brilliant Professional Academy's YouTube channel. Friends, today we are going to study the last topic of 11th economics. The name of the topic is economic planning in India. In this topic, we are going to cover in detail multiple aspects about the economic policies in India and also the authority which regulates the economic planning in India. So friends, let's begin with the introduction. So in the year 1950, the government of India established the Planning Commission. The Prime Minister was designated as the ex officio chairperson of this Planning Commission, and it consisted of various experts from the different fields. Now, please understand the concept ex officio. Ex officio means by the virtue of its office. It means that whoever is been appointed as the Prime Minister will be automatically the chairperson of the Planning Commission. For example, Dr. Manmohan Singh was the chairman of the Planning Commission between 2004 to 2014. Prior to him, Atal Bihari Vajpayee was the chairperson of the Planning Commission. So, ex officio means by the virtue of the office. Now, what is the meaning of economic planning? So, economic planning is a time-bound program to achieve certain objectives with the help of available resources by the planning authority. So, economic planning is a time-bound process first. Second, it is designed, it is meant to achieve certain objectives. Third, this achievement of objective will be done with the help of available resources, and the entire process will be monitored by some sort of authority. Now, coming to the definition, so it is been defined differently by different economists. So, as per Mrs. Barbara Wooten, planning is a conscious and a deliberate choice of economic priorities by some public authority. So, planning is a conscious and deliberate attempt to set up the priorities for the purpose of the achievement of different goals, and these priorities are being monitored by some public authority. Second definition of planning is also given by Dickinson. It states that it is the making of major economic decisions such as what and how much to be produced, how and when to be produced, where to be produced, to whom it is to be allocated, and a conscious decision of the determinate authority on the basis of comprehensive survey of the economy as a whole. So, in short, planning means addressing the central economic problem in economics. The central economic problem is what to produce, how to produce, for whom to produce, what efforts should be made for economic growth and economic development. And these central problems will be addressed by making the appropriate economic planning in any economy. And this economic planning will be done by the appropriate authority, which is known as Planning Commission. Now, let us have a glance to what are the different features of economic planning. First feature of economic planning is it is done by a centrally planning authority. So, Central Planning Authority undertakes the economic planning in India. Prior to 2014, this economic planning was undertaken by the Planning Commission. Now this authority has been replaced by National Institution for Transforming India, which is also known as Niti Aayog. Second, economic planning deals with the objectives. So it is based on certain predetermined objectives which are practical, which are realistic, as well as which are flexible. A survey is the most important feature of the economic planning. So a comprehensive survey of the economy is undertaken regarding availability and utilization of resources. So economic planning is based on a survey, and survey forms an integral part of the features of economic planning. Next important feature of economic planning is priorities and targets. So priorities are fixed according to the importance of each sector for accepting or accelerating the economic development, and target is a concrete step towards the attainment of the objectives. So priorities are set in order to focus on what is to be done now, and targets are the short-term missions which are designed to achieve the long-term better results. Mobilization of resources is also an important feature of the economic planning. The resources needed for planning are mobilized through various sources like taxation, domestic savings, deficit financing, public debt, and external assistance. So how the government earns income? It is by way of taxation, it is by way of savings which are made by the government, it is a way of public debt. This is the way to raise the funds. External assistance is also sought in order to raise the fund. So resources are being mobilized in such a way that all the economic objectives are better achieved. Plan period is again the important feature of economic planning. Plan period varies as per the needs. In countries like India, planning is generally for the period of 5 years. Evaluation is also the integral part of the features of economic planning. Periodic assessment such as midterm appraisal is done to incorporate necessary changes in priorities and targets of the plan. So whatever the plan has been set, it is evaluated at the end of the planning period, and suitable steps are being undertaken to make some improvements. Planning is not a one-day process, it's a continuous process. So economic planning is a continuous process, and it aims at economic development of a country. Coordination is also an important feature of economic planning. States of the country also undertake economic planning along with the center. As we know that we have a cooperative federalism which exists in India, where the role of center as well as the role of states is also important. So states, they coordinate with the center, and center guides the states in order to achieve their respective economic objectives. And last feature of economic planning is the flexibility. So Central Planning Authority maintains flexibility in its approach. This makes it possible to incorporate necessary changes in the plan as per the requirements during its implementation. So Central Planning Authority maintains a flexibility, and suitable changes are being undertaken in the economic plan which is decided earlier. So friends, today we will stop and we will continue the next part in our next lecture. Thanks for watching.